All right, I started the last recordings off like ranting about Koyanskaya. This video is definitely not about her. Her raids and stuff come out next month, but we are not just talking about her right now. That's a separate video. Izumo no Okuni. This is the first quick caster in the game, and one I think is worth your time, especially if you plan on going after Ruler Skadi. She is literally built for Ruler Skadi, and I love it. But more likely than not, this is gonna have to be a skip for me on this on my main account. Unfortunately, like I'll give her a couple tries, but I cannot seriously commit for her just because I would rather get another copy of Melisson or save for the roles next year. Because like first month, no matter what, like Koyanskaya, I still would like to have on my main account. Reigns and then Bizet. Those are the first three targets. I don't have much time. Those are pretty much going to be Christmas presents at this point. But Izumo, he is someone I will definitely start going for on GSSRs. That's how good I think she is. She's just an awesome like crit servant as a caster, which is something you wouldn't really expect, but it works. It works so well. Base attack doesn't look too good, but she's a caster, and like considering how high most casters attack, this is actually like really good. Like this is one of the highest for casters, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, third highest behind Murasaki and Sanzang. So she is, for a caster, she's in a good spot. If this attack bothers you, grail her, but I don't think it's like needed. I don't think she's one of those servants that actually like needs the grails, especially because she's like single target. I say grails are more impactful for like usually AoE servants or lower rarity, but like Izumo, she doesn't need the grails that much. Like you definitely can do it. Like 12.45 attack is what you see closer to like higher tier 5 stars or like Avengers. So this, again, not a bad thing to grail. It's just not something that's that good. Star weight, star gen, normal caster numbers, MP charge 0.8%. She has really good hit count, like really good, so you might experience refund problems if you're not using double Skadi. That is what I'll say she has problems with. If you are not using double Skadi and critting on these cards, which kinda should, like she actually does have everything in the kit to allow her to crit when she needs to, your refund's gonna be slacking. But mostly used with Skadi setups, I'm pretty sure all you need is at least one quick card, one crit on these on one of these three cards, and you either get back to 100% or you get to a point where Skadi can easily get you back to 100%. And again, these hit counts look phenomenal. If you, I would say extra attack works really good on her, but it really depends on what you want out of the servant. Do you want her to be a single target nuke on the like a Kentoki? Because she kind of actually can do it. She kind of can fill that Kentoki role, and then like right after if she doesn't kill and actually like do a good amount of damage. But again, that is only if you're fighting assassin. Kentoki works on all classes, so that's where a distinction will happen. But you kind of can guess what she has in her kit if I'm comparing her for Kentoki for single target nukes. So first skill, 30% buster, 30% quick, and 2 attacks, 3 turn evasion on a 7 turn cooldown. Now normally this is not okay. Normally this is a stat, like this would be a 6 turn, but there is an actual reason why it's ranked as high as it is. Has to do with this skill. like what you get out of the skill is dependent on what you value from Izumo in her third skill. If you know the fight isn't gonna go on for a long time, like you wouldn't get this cooldown back anyway, you'd probably be using the third skill on a different unit, especially for multi-core. Second skill, 100%, 1000% star weight, 100% crit damage, and sorry, I just had to read this. And then you get an on attack activate debuff. So when you crit, you inflict defense down by 100%, 10% for 3 turns, but you have to crit. This skill, if you want the most out of it, you cannot be MPing. You cannot MP, otherwise you screw yourself over for this. But if you do like a mighty chain, like again, just crit this turn. There are ways you can make yourself have stars, and this star weight is enough to make sure you get a lot of the stars, if not all of them. And 100% crit damage is 100% crit damage. If you can do a mighty chain, awesome. You will do a whole lot of damage, and then you'd probably want extra attack for that. So because of this skill is why you'd probably want extra attack finesse, because to get the most out of this skill, you need to do a brave chain. At most you can only get 30%, but honestly 30% is more than fine. A 30% defense down, that is what Skadi gives. So if you are running double ruler Skadi, here's a way you can inflict the defense down, but obviously Skadi's is just like easier to activate. If you are mixing and matching Skadi's, there's way less emphasis on doing a full crit turn, especially if you're doing just double regular Skadi. The defense down you get from this isn't going to affect your damage, or it shouldn't affect it by that much, unless defense scaling works like it does in Honkai, which I don't think it does. Yeah, no. Yeah, so this skill, solid. It's on a 5 turn, it can go even lower, because like I know what you're thinking, usually crit skills like this are 4 turns. It's because she has cooldown reduction in her kit, just like Summer Ibuki, how some of her skills are a little higher cooldown than they should be, but when she reduces her own cooldown, like all of them line up again. It's the same concept. So she can target who she wants to reduce the skill. She can target it, but she will always get a battery, and she will always drop stars. This is a pure utility skill you can use for multi-core. Say, getting Castoria's skills back off cooldown so you can pop the battery again to boost whoever it is that you're farming with. If I remember correctly, at the time when I was doing this event on JP and I had the new account, like it was only like a month or 2 into playing, I think my team was Castoria, Ranmaru, and Izumo, and like Izumo was reducing Castoria's cooldowns along with Atlas Mysticode, so Castoria actually was popping her battery, she was popping her battery multiple times per turn, and if the wave went longer than 3 turns, she would be popping her skills anyway, so that there would basically be no downtime. Like basically like how you would run Castoria with Tomomo in a challenge quest, but like in actual farming. Again, this is on a 7 turn, so she reduces the cooldown. So if you use it on herself, it's actually, but you have to use, this has to be the last skill. Don't pop this and then pop these. If you're popping this on Izumo, make sure you reduce the cooldowns first. And with your allies, make sure all their skills are popped before you reduce their cooldowns. Otherwise, it doesn't do shit. So 6, 4, 6. If you use the skill on herself. For quick, those skill uptimes look pretty normal. Sorry, my cough is pretty bad. I actually need to drink the tea. It's not coffee for once. Passive skills, we have arts up 4%, crit damage 4%, debuff success rate 4%, crit damage 4%. Stars per turn 2, crit damage 4%. So total 12% crit damage. Arts up, debuff success rate, and stars per turn. All stuff that she actually could pretty much use. This is probably the least value, but hey, making this art scar work even better, nothing wrong with that. So, if you want to use Izumo for multi-core, you would want mana loading. But to have her like function in a boss fight, you'd 100% want extra attack. Because if you get extra attack, when you do this and go for a full crit turn, you just get more shit out of it. Simple as that. Your Brave Chain just gets even better. Doesn't even have to be a Mighty Chain. Mighty Chain is just the one that will like show the most difference. Something to note here is that she has anti-pretender, and as a caster, pretenders aren't gonna do good damage to her. So if you do not have a good foreigner, Izumo like technically could work in that niche, but it's not something you should actively be looking to do. Could you? Sure. Could you? Probably not. Probably not. Her NP. My god, I love these quick MPs. Activates first, 20% quick res down on a 10-hit quick MP with a power mod against demonic enemies. Not demons, demonic. There are a good number of servants that have demonic that are assassins and or berserkers. People you actually could bring her to fight. There is no, besides berserkers and these two alter egos, she is not taking extra damage from any of them. She is getting neutral at best. Or she's taking neutral damage at best, besides berserkers and alter egos. And even then it's 1.5 more damage. Demonic, I think, functions better on AoEs just because of how many trash mobs have demonic trait. Like, these are like people saying like Ptolemaeus is that much better than Durga. Not when it's demonic. Demonic shows up way more than you think. But yeah, strong niche tab for a caster just because so many assassins actually have it. Overcharged, good, super effective scaling. Again, remember, this is super effective scaling, not a power mod. Pens, honestly, not too bad. I don't look at this and want to vomit. Like, these are not that hard to farm up. This is stopping a Hankyo, which that is the story requirement to even get to do this event. You have to clear Hankyo, and yeah, no, these are Hankyo mats, and you don't need a ton of them either. A pen's not even that bad either. Like, leveling her is not going to be as much of a pain as some of these recent servants where you need 72 drops of the world. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my shit if I start talking about like drop rates and shit. Bonsi, crit damage. Sorry, power mod against demonic enemies by 15%. Party crit damage by 15%. These first 3 quick casters, Izumo, Martha, and Daiko, are 3 of my favorite casters. Martha is so goddamn cracked. Like, once you build her up, you will be using her in like 95 plus setups frequently. She's just that good and ups her damage by that much. Daiko, phenomenal farmer, but you pretty much require MP2 to get her like fully functioning. Izumo, you can run her with Black Rail. Refund is going to be an issue then. You can run her with just triple Skadi. I don't think that's a bad idea, but I would probably emphasize running double regular Skadi and not just double ruler. And it's mostly so that the quick cards are refunding as they should. It's mostly a thing to make sure the quick cards are refunding like they should. Because you're just doing double ruler Skadi, yes, your refund is the same, but you're not doing as much quick damage, and like quick cards need the extra crit damage. Buster cards don't need as much of it. I would rather be clicking my quick cards with her and getting refund than clicking the buster cards and just doing a shit ton of damage but no refund. This is a servant I use extensively, and it really sucks that I'm not gonna go for her, because I truly am gonna make different choices than I did on NA than JP, just based on what units I have. Like, don't need to worry about summoning for Bitch, don't need to worry about summoning for Castoria or Skadi this Christmas, or even like wasting ports on Melisyn like I did last time. Like, I really hope I can snipe her. I really, really hope I can snipe this unit, because I just enjoy their gameplay. But if I miss her, I miss her. I'll go for her on a GSSR, as long as the GSSR is good. If it's not good, then I'll get her eventually, maybe next year. All right, that's it for me. Gotta figure out what I'm doing on stream today, because besides FGO, but that's for me to decide. All right, peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.